There's an assistant principal caught assaulting a student, okay? This was in North Carolina. Let's put up a picture of the assistant principal. This pisses me off, okay? These are children. An assistant principal at a North Carolina middle school who has since resigned said he looks, and I quote, forward to sharing my side of the story after a Facebook video showed him in a wheelchair grabbing and shoving a student to a classroom floor. Christopher McNeil is his name. Moments earlier, he threatened the student in a Knox Middle School classroom. According to the video obtained by Charlotte Observer, you keep cracking your knuckles, McNeil tells the boy. You do what you do because when you hit me, I'm going to beat the piss out of you. I'm telling you now, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my hands on you. Let's show a screenshot of the kid without his face. You see, this is a real kid. This is a child, okay? We're talking about elementary students. I mean, a small kid. Then he decides to take the kid down. The kid walks up to him. The kid was angry. But this is what he does next. Let's show the next screenshot. He takes the kid to the ground, okay? The kid is struggling. The kid is trying to get up. Let's go to the next screenshot. He is totally dominating this very small child. I don't care what the argument is inside of the classroom. And I have done my fair share of teaching inside of classrooms. I don't care what the argument is, this is a child. The physical assault is criminal. Now, let me take you to some of the words that were spoken, additional words. In the video, this assistant principal, a person in leadership, continues to threaten the student, saying, and I quote, I'm going to get up. Listen, man, I will beat the ish out of you. I'm going to wait for you to get up, and when you hit me, I'm going to lose my job, and they're going to call the police. Those words were prophetic. McNeil resigned on October 12th. Rowan Salisbury School's officials said in a statement, adding that the safety of all students and staff is the highest priority. Now, I will say this. I watched this video. It was sad, uncalled for, unnecessary, and criminal. But there were teachers around him that allowed this to happen. They said nothing. They did not stand up for this student. You have to be willing to engage in an honest conversation about what we're doing inside of these classrooms. There is no word that a kid can say to an adult that should cause an adult to treat the kid like that. That's not your child. And even if it was your child, that was going too damn far. McNeil worked at the school since June 2016, according to the district website. He worked in the district since 2005, district-wide, including as a math teacher and principal intern, and later as assistant principal of that high school in the Knox Middle School. In his statement to the media, McNeil said, the full story of what happened in the classroom that day has not been told. He said he is seeking legal advice and hopes to respond soon in person to the media about what transpired. Okay, Michael, what are your thoughts here?
My thoughts are absolutely that this is sickening, and I guess the silver lining is that there are cameras that show us how sickening this is. And again, as we've said before many times, and on this show, the saving grace is that this stuff gets recorded now. But here's the thing: like he said, we haven't heard my side of the story. there's not one fiction that I have created in my head since reading this and seeing this that would explain what he did. There's nothing that kid could have done short of maybe charging him with a knife or a weapon that would have manifested that kind of behavior. And that's what I'm getting at, is that there's no, like he's saying, oh, wait till you hear my side of the story. He's an educator. And an educator does not do what he just did. There's no side of the story that would sort of get him off of this, and that's what confuses the hell out of me.
Yeah, and I actually called my mom. My mother is still a public school educator, and I said, look at this video, and I want you to give me your honest assessment. She called me back. She said, son, it's criminal. Now, my mother adopted me. Okay, she was a high school teacher then. She is a school teacher today. And she has had to deal with some chaotic situations in the public school building. All right, things happen, tempers flare. But what the educator did in this case, a principal went too far.